We were blessed by that glorious panel and their analysis. And now we're going to get blessed with some amazing Dota.
Do you actually agree with them?
Wait, what?
Their analysis.
30 seconds.
I don't know. I feel like this
You
is
didn't listen
very...
to it, did you?
No, I did. I feel like this is very similar to Game 1 where, you know, like, is this a great Sven game? I don't really know, but 23 just popped off. And so if he's feeling it, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I think that solves a lot of their issues. The Razor kind of doesn't have a direct role in this game. I think he got countered pretty damn hard, but we've seen Lornoff pop off this series, and Lina has been one of those explosive spellcasters, which is the area he's looked the strongest on. And they got the Phoenix again. So I do like a lot of the elements they have here, and it's very comfortable for them because it's very similar to last game.
Okay, but.
But
And a first blood of the first blood. All right.
yeah,
Last game, they got first blooded by when Jabs walked back and Team Spirit had that nifty little trap set up. So very nicely played. This is they don't have anything to protect the egg, man. Not really, you know. I don't like that.
LSA, it's not amazing, but it's not the worst. I mean, to be honest, this hero, he can be a bad egg, but he can also just be about Fire Spirit Sunray. And I feel like that was what was doing a lot of work last game with this Sven front line.
Careful there. Yeah, I mean, I guess he didn't have to really use Supernova last game. I feel like there wasn't a single fight that was really decided by Supernova in any way.
The thing Spirit have going for them here that is going to sway this game a lot more is the lanes are a lot more stable for them, so they should have a stronger early game. I think only really Collapse was having like a pretty good early game there, and then it just fell off because he made those jumps and it didn't work. Here, the Queen should free farm. Well, mostly farm, I guess. I guess they swapped the Lina. It's a little worse, but both these heroes should get something at least. And this Queen can rotate with ult, and that can create a lot of pressure into 23, where Collapse is going to be free down here, right? You're not going to kick DK off the lane with Phoenix Sven. In
That
fact,
was
they might even get some kills.
really sick cue from Mira.
Yeah.
He hit both the heroes with that.
So if you can free farm this lane with the DK, which is pretty much guaranteed,
Yeah.
and you chip down 23, you make that quap rotation, I can see you really blow this game open. You're going to take that tower with the first DK form, create some space. Collapse could have a really good game here again, and he's on a hero that can open up the map and create a lot more tempo and not be pigeonholed in this position where, oh, I have to get a blink and jump them, and if that doesn't work, then what?
Yeah.
Because that was tough. So the scaling and the laning should be formidable again for Team Spirit, and of course they have Elder Titan, which I've liked ET and Phoenix both this tournament. I think they're two of my favorite fives I've seen. This ET morph has been really strong.
I was going to ask you about ET because that's another hero that looks to me like could be having kind of a rough game. You're an Elder Titan expert. Do you think the hero is good enough that it is a worthwhile pick even if you have a bad lane, a do-nothing lane? Because this is one of those lanes, right? There's no way that Elder Titan has a good impact against Razor Tusk.
As long as you have tempo from somewhere else, yeah.
Okay.
This is a
Lornoff's going to get run down by Laurel here.
Damn.
Not much he can do about it.
I do.
Man, that is a surprising kill. How many times do you see Lina die before a gank comes through, just solo? I feel like it's impossible.
Yeah, it's really only in that exact situation where you get gone on in the river and that long chase down of the Poison Touch. Mira trying to slow down and block 23 to make sure he can get the Lotus, and he does manage to get it away from 23 Savage.
Yeah, a lot of little things going Team Spirit's way right now. They are showing up in this game too, early game, for sure. Trying to swing this series back into their control. And again, they have a lot more tempo to do it behind this DK, who's going to have a really strong game. So I think the ET pick makes a lot of sense here. Because even if your top lane was having a rough time, which, by the way, it isn't. Your Morph lane's top of the board. Then you can always just go to the DK with the Grim, with the ET, play off that reliable stun with Inkswell, and Queen can give you the damage. Your Morph lane can recover. So I think it's an okay situation for it. The downside is I think it's an annoying ET game for ET directly.
Yeah.
Tusk, Phoenix, Lina, Razor, like, you have Warcry. The ET isn't amazing direct here, but it is very good for the Morphling combo we see in all tournament, and Queen of Pain spell damage, nothing to scoff at.
Dragon Tail and Inkswell misses the Inkswell explosion. I mean, they're just kind of having a poke. I don't think they're really thinking they're going to kill Sven there, but would be nice to maximize that damage. Ollie, very close to level 3, which is that upgraded Fire Spirits we talked about last game. Very important for the lane.
Man, Lornoff is just getting beat up.
Yeah, getting handled.
I don't think this should be going this rough for the Lina. Like, I think Queen does fine. You can shove lane out. Both heroes can do that. You can trade water runes, but he got solo killed. He's getting out leveled. He's getting pretty heavily burned and out traded.
Yeah, you outrange the Quap, and you're supposed to be able to out harass him with every Dragon Slave.
Jeez.
Kind of similar to that situation, but I think that one dash just sent him so far behind.
It's really rough. I mean, this was the last pick, too. This was your lane swap to put that Razor in the theoretically the worst situation. So really good stuff coming out from Laurel early on. And again, he's like the real threat on the map. If he can get an early 6, he can gank either of these side lanes. And just crush one of these heroes, push the XP towards Team Spirit once again. But mostly everybody's farming here. I don't think anybody's having a terrible game.
No. Oh, the CS is relatively even. I mean, the Lina is killing it in CS, even though she died.
Yeah.
Way ahead of the Quap, so it seems like that lane is pretty even.
He's pulling it back. Some of that is that jungle camp that he can abuse a lot more.
Oh, yeah, Radiant
So
side
it's
Lina.
going to be lower net worth for more CS. Looks better than it actually is right now for Lornoff. And he is susceptible to getting ganked or maybe just killed with Sonic Wave. He's very low. We'll see who rotates for the 6-minute power rune. I mean, if I'm Team Spirit, I want to go here because you're winning mid right now. You know this Lina's low. He doesn't have the resources. There's no way you want to give Lornoff a free power rune here. But Q secures it. That's a big rune. Very big rune just resource-wise. Laura will keep his Sonic Wave here. Again, you could think about trying to combine this on the Sven bottom, particularly if you can get a faster DK form up. Meanwhile, Jab's just continuing to force you Toro off the lane. Both these heroes matching each other in this laning phase. So I guess both are happy. Everybody's happy. Look at that.
Yay!
Nice little Dota game where everybody's enjoying their farm.
That doesn't sound like a Dota game at all. If I know Dota, there needs to be at least like 6 people who are miserable.
All right, well, the gank coming bottom. Big stomp.
Stomp is going to land, but they're running out of spells to throw. Once again, Sven just proves to be too tanky for Team Spirit.
Hero has looked very strong this series.
Yeah.
Some of these games it feels like he just melts, but this series, Team Spirit maybe lacking a little early game nuke capability. Their support duos have been a little slow to come online damage-wise, and I think 23's taking advantage of it for sure. Almost 6 on the DK. That's going to be a big spell for both teams to play around. How much room do you give Collapse down here? How much are you willing to give him?
Yeah, do you want to like contest his tower push, or do you just want to let him have it? Nice snowball save. Back into the Inkswell, though it's a bit of damage. Follow up, the chase down. There's just nobody TPing in on the side of Aurora to help out with this. Like, Q did a great job saving, but...
This TP's mega late.
Okay, Jabs is finally here, and he will clean up 1 kill.
I mean, it's really good for Jabs, but pretty sad for his Sven.
Yeah, if that TP came in 5 seconds earlier, maybe it would have been great.
And there's the Quap counterplay.
Now he's diving in too deep to try and catch Collapse, and he's trapped by the creeps. He is gonna die to Laurel, no problem for the Queen of Pain.
Well, Laurel happy about that one for sure. That was the highest net worth core on the side of Aurora, by the way, was that Jab's Razor. So that's a big bounty to collect here, a lot of XP. And then 23 comes back, but the lane got shoved out, so kind of missing some creep waves here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of what I expected, is that Collapse would be leading the pack here. The strength of DK into these low damage lanes. He just gets to sit here and you can't do anything. Didn't even have to commit into a lot of points in the Dragon's Blood.
Yeah, here's a little bit of a problem with the lineup as well. They talked about how it's kind of awkward to have Lina and Razor. There's also a thing where Lina and Sven tend to cannibalize the same part of the jungle, right?
And a factor that Lornoff's lane, him getting solo killed, him having a slower game means he's not going to play aggressive. He's not going to take the Queen's tower when the Queen rotates. He's on catch-up duty, and that's taking farm away from the Sven. I mean, this is such a different trajectory from the first game for 23. He's in a very different position.
Jabs really going in on Yotoro, but the turnaround of just the magic damage from Mira threatens him. Not enough to get the kill, thanks to maybe Ollie coming in.
He's creating a decent amount of pressure with this Razor, honestly.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not saying all of it's worked out, but it's at least forcing some reaction out of Team Spirit. These other two lanes just not going exactly how they wanted. And here comes that DK form. Getting some damage in, forcing 4 reactions towards bottom. It feels like Q has just been relegated to this lane.
Sad thing is Morphling is a hero that just deals with that kind of pressure so well. We've seen him go down to a point where he has to full agi shift to no HP, and he is still set second net worth because they just haven't actually gotten the kill on him. Lornoff gonna get a run down here, but Quap with an Inkswell on him. Jabs once again is gonna show up to this fight to try and collect a kill on the outset of it, and Laurel blinks out.
Got a tick.
Tick, tick, tick. 5 HP. Oh, we got him! Just barely on the edge. Jabs collects the kill with the plasma field. So in the end, they do trade out mids. Lornoff continuing to have, well, I guess maybe because the Quap died, he's actually a little bit ahead in net worth now.
I mean, he was doing ancient stacks though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He could be mega ahead. So the fact that they're both down here is, I don't know if Laurel's too sad about it.
One of those things you'd be willing to...
Well, that's a sad face.
Maybe he is too a little down about it.
It made me sad. I don't like sad Laurel.
Yeah, give me happy Laurel. Happy TI-12 Laurel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Everybody farming.
Radiant
I
structure.
feel like the only action has really been around these Sonic Waves. They just gave up bottom tower, which I think is fair. Like, what are you supposed to do here with the Sven in this position? He's got to recover. You can bring the Razor here again, but I don't think the Razor is just straight up killing this Dragon Knight.
No, then you don't kill him fast enough, and then you get counter-rotated by the Quap.
Yeah.
Same thing happens.
And again, you max the plasma field over Link, so this is like a fighting lane build, but you're not just running this DK down with level 4 static Link or something.
Yeah.
I just don't think that kill's available. So it's going to be another kind of parried game here.
I like this. They take that tower
nice.
and immediately smoke to mid to use the rest of the Dragon form.
I mean, this is exactly what you want to do.
Oh, this could be really bad for Aurora if Lorna puts himself in a position to get caught. But give him an arcane rune for the Queen of Pain.
That was 3 heroes sitting there for Aurora.
Yeah, they seem... I think they have an idea that Team Spirit's trying to make a move on this mid lane, so maybe they thought the supports were behind the Queen of Pain there or something.
More ancient stacking. I mean, I think they know the smoke is coming. There's just nobody bottom for so long. In a way, this is almost greedy if you think that move is heading towards mid.
Yeah, maybe that smoke is heading into your triangle right now, yeah. So Lornoff.
But he's going to get away with it. And that has been a lot of recovery farm for this Lina. A lot of levels as well. Rush the Maelstrom here. He's just going to scale. Yeah, now he's going to farm it from underneath.
There you go. Now the shifting of positions. All right, so he's got the Maelstrom. This is a very good answer to the Morphling, right?
Look at the neutral differential here. In 13 minutes, 1,600. Ooh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's why you stack right there.
Does mean that Spirit, like, they can't just keep letting this happen with no recompense anywhere, and this is why they need to make this move at top lane. See if they can blow up Jabs. Q's coming over, but even if he did get there and snowballed, they're dead anyway. Team Spirit brought way too many heroes up here, so Q will just save his own life and say goodbye to Jabs. That is a dragon for him, though.
Threw the kitchen sink at him.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, it's the only hero that's going to be doing anything in this period of time. Potion is going to try and sneak the Wisdom Rune here. Or maybe he's just getting vision down.
Yeah, he's doing a little scouting. Maybe they can push this tower with the rest of that DK form, but yeah, they might go for the rune, and they still have everybody up here. Oh, a little too slow. Indecisive.
Don't like
patient.
The indecisiveness when you know Sven and Lena are farming.
I think there was a world where you make that move, but the problem is,
Dire's middle tower.
again, it's another one of those lineups where you kind of lack the skirmish damage outside of that Sonic Wave. I don't even think that Razor dies there unless you bring the Quab. And that's the problem with, you want to make these 2 or 3 man fast moves to threaten a hero. Who's doing that this game outside of Laurel? You kind of have to play it a bit slow, patient, farm back up, and that is going to give the recovery time here to 23 and Lornoff, who are, they're going to out-farm you during this period of the game. You have Cleave, you have Dragon Slave. It's doing more than the Morphling right-click. So they will catch up, they will overtake you if nothing happens on the map. And that's where that smoke move to mid not converging and taking that tower really helps Aurora right now.
Yeah.
If that tier 1 mid is dead, this type of ancient farming becomes a bit more dangerous. You lose more map control, you're going to lose more mid creep waves. But right now you get to sit your Phoenix here and, dare him to jump him. Pretty happy with this outcome. It was a blink first for Collapse off of a free farm lane, and he found the tier 1 bottom and the 1 Razor kill top. That's it so far.
I like you brought the Phoenix up, because it's just not the Lina and Sven, right? It's the Phoenix as well. Likes static lane setups like this where
as long as he's getting levels.
He's able to just push out lanes while his cores farm jungle, or in this case, trying to farm Maposhka. Does manage to get him Yotoro with the kill on the Phoenix, and now he's overextended himself. They immediately snap back and punish him. No way out for the carry of Team Spirit.
That is not the move Yotoro was looking for. And that Lincolns cannot bail you out of that situation. Maposhka also bites the bullet down here. I feel like Team Spirit are just getting frustrated. They felt like they were stronger. They knew they won the laning phase. They wanted to use that strength, but they couldn't figure out where to put it, what to do with it. And once more, Aurora are a team that are happy playing these static games, especially in the early mid game, and especially when it didn't go their way. Like, they're just going to sit here, dare you to jump them. And if you can't find the angle, if you're not content playing a patient game, you might just throw.
Dire are scanning.
Now you're going to be trying to fight into a BKB Razor, which just gives you more reason to not fight, right? Like, it is...
You have no control for him outside of Soulblind. I guess Sonic Wave, if you run in BKB, you can Sonic Wave break a link.
Yeah, like as soon as he links, you might be able to break it right away.
But damage-wise, it's a problem. Who's taking this Razor down? You need the scaling from the 3 cores in the late game. I don't know. It feels like Aurora are stronger right now, honestly. If it really came to a 5v5.
Yeah, I think you're actually going to get to a point where Aurora is going to consider that early Roshan again.
They might. They have Tusk, max tag team.
And you have Phoenix around a pit. Like, I think that's where one of the places Supernova can really shine when you don't have the big team fight controlling spells that protect the egg, right? Is around the pit.
For sure. A wise man said, if you don't have stuns, just push.
Is that Eternal Envy?
No, that was me just now. Sonic Wave on 2 with a Soulbind. That doesn't do anything.
Great jump in. Now, Jabs, once again, is going to try and clean up as best he can off of this fight, but he's trying to go on to Collapse, and Collapse is just going to TP away, no problem. Maybe they find Mira here, or Maposhka. That's going to be the target instead. But Yotoro's here to punish. He can't quite finish Maposhka. And Yotoro's going to snowball after him. Go for the kill. Can't quite get it. Okay, no problem. We'll just wait for him back to my side of the river.
They're going to get nothing out of this. BKB Razor, Supernova dropped, killed their Sven at the enemy triangle. And all they got was nothing, actually. They didn't even get that D-ward because they're too scared to D-ward it.
And that really means Team Spirit can play for under that ward again.
Yeah, they're just going straight back to it.
Middle tower is under attack.
And that move just came out of nowhere. Beautiful setup. Sonic Wave on multiple heroes, Soulbind linking multiple heroes. You take the Sven down first. It removes a lot of the EHP from the Warcry, and
that fresh ward will spot another pickoff. This time on Ollie.
Vision is just winning Spirit this game right now. Straight up, these wards are eliminating Aurora's map.
Yeah, 2 wards on the triangle, and then they still have that 1 ward from earlier next to that tier 1 tower
they
on
see
the
23.
side. Yeah, that one right there. So they have this whole area completely covered. Which, you've got Dragon Form up. I'm still surprised they haven't tried to take this Tier 1 offlane tower, just because they have such good vision around it.
Waiting for the Orchid Phylactery, so a lot more single target magical damage right now. Yeah, that Spirit's going to send 23 packing a little bit.
And there you go. Dragon Knight commits to it.
But look at the... I mean, Aurora smoking here, but this is prime Team Spirit vision territory right now.
Smoke is going to break. Q, can he? Oh, he actually has a Blink Dagger, so he'll catch up to Moposhka and Mira, no problem.
Nice stop, might save the Grim.
23 will spot him. They'll follow the Ghost.
His wife betrayed him.
Yeah. Well, it's deserved. He betrayed her first.
No, he didn't betray her. He just went insane. Slaughtered the whole village.
I mean,
a very big difference.
I feel like killing your spouse is kind of a betrayal of your marital oath, but...
I feel like loyalty is a virtue. And not murdering people is probably also a virtue. Dead even game. According to dig myself a hole there, and I will not do that this time. Dead even. And it is dead even. So good job. Good job, odds.
Good job, chat.
Shield rune. Really big rune for Laurel, actually, at this point in the game. They want to try and re-goose. Though they did lose all their deep wards here. Aurora finally able to de-ward all of that out.
Tormentor time. Oh. Had
Almost
to use Supernova to take the Tormentor. Kind of
23 has had his struggles with these. That is for sure. But another move to bottom. Collapse ready to go. And Orchid will seal your fate.
Yeah, they got some nasty chain silences. Orchid plus the Phantom's Embrace.
It's going to be a strong Grimstroke game. This bind is... It's going to be problematic if it actually lands on any of the two between the Tusk Razor Sven. It's just going to debilitate you in the fight. And you have a lot of single targets to throw into it. Dagger, Embrace, DK Stun, the Morphling Strike. Shield Rune's still active.
Shield Rune might just be what the Doctor ordered. It's not enough. Lornoff even survives thanks to his BKB as Yutoro threw that shot over. But the Phylactery damage didn't go through.
That was a smart BKB there. He is dead if he does not BKB TB. So the BKBs get Aurora out of trouble, get him a big queen kill as well. So this game continues to get stalled. The real question is Morph just outscaling your Sven here because the Sven doesn't have the pace that we saw from that game one? That's the big question here.
I think it's totally
Conda
fine because you have
done.
Lina as well. I think Lina is a better...
Yeah, maybe. But
better
they
late
have
game
Queen
core
of
than
Pain.
Flop. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You think Lina's a better 6-slotted carry than Queen of Pain with 6 slots?
I think so, yeah. Am I wrong?
I don't know. That's actually an interesting question. I think they do different things too. It depends how you build them, but
that's fair.
I feel like I lean towards Quap, honestly, a little bit. I'm not saying it's some huge margin, but Queen is scary with the max slots, man. Like Parasma, Queen of Pain late game with some cooldown reduction and the Sonic Wave talents, where it's like 30-second Sonic Wave that's dealing 600 pure and it's getting amped up. I mean, that stuff is scary. There's Axe builds that can be spooky.
I put a lot of value in the burst damage that Lina gives you late game, right? Just giving that numbers advantage right away. And then she still has the sustained damage on top of it because of all the right clicks, so.
If that happens, I guess that's where I'm thinking about. Like, if Lina can get that single target burst and you get that 5-on-4, that to me is the strength of the hero. But will that happen in this game where you have some tanky frontliners? We'll have to see. Because he is going the right-click build mostly here so far. See what he decides to end up committing to. You also have to keep in mind this ET aura flying through. Like, That's a lot of magic damp on these heroes if their BKB start to run low. And
Yeah.
Aurora has been using them frequently this game.
Uh-oh. They are cornered. Do they know that they have cornered Aurora here? They spot Q, but jabs would have been a really great pick.
Did so much damage.
Shotgun down.
What should I do? 700 magic damage plus a 379 con to hit. So that adaptive did over 1,000.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's
Very
a
nice.
Laguna blade. That's so much better than a Laguna.
Yeah, that
blade.
is literally Laguna. Except it's adaptive strike on a low cooldown.
And on a hero that has like a blink mechanism, so you can actually get to the back line to do that sort of thing.
Now, what if we give Lina adaptive strike and we give Morphling?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Don't know where you're going with this, but it's a tail.
You went blink too.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Very
attack.
aggressive here.
Well, that's one way to get to kill the Tusk or get the Supernova out of the Phoenix real quick.
I mean, I kind of like it because you're running this ET morph strat. So you throw the Spirit in, you see some hero, you blink in, condom, waveform out. Well, what are you going to do about it? It's the ultimate hit and run.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Sounds so annoying to play against, actually.
Yeah. It's a much more dangerous version of PA in some ways.
Now, what if we gave Morphling Stifling Dagger? And we gave Phantom Assassin
What is this?
Morph.
What does this mean? I don't understand.
Could be something.
No, it's not.
Let's see this blink in use. Is he going to blink? No. Discipline from Yatoro.
I mean, he's got 2 minutes left of the Aegis.
Radiant's
He's
bottom
gonna make
tower
that play,
is
I'm
under
sure of
attack.
it. But maybe Aurora strikes first. This is a bold move. I kind of like it. Smoke up into the enemy's Aegis, but they didn't get the initiation they were hoping for, at least. Maybe they do now. Actually,
Oh,
the
he bumped
post
into
got-
him.
Oh, he bumped right into Laura. Laura was still able to get away, though. Supernova. Oh,
That Soulbind.
Toro just
He has
blew
DD.
up that poor Phoenix, man. DD. That is a rough one to run into. Jabs is still going for that back line. BKB, Gleipnir. The last hit comes in from Lornoff to finish off the Queen of Pain, but it's traded out for Jabs.
Yatoro found the Phoenix, but
he's got his Blink Dagger. He can maybe catch up to these heroes, but he's going the wrong way.
honestly, Yatoro, I mean, he kills this Phoenix, but he couldn't latch on to heroes too well in that fight, despite the mobility and a DD rune. I think Aurora lucky to get out of there with what they got, which was an even trade. That could have been really terrifying if Yatoro just gets to start laying into people there. I mean, Ollie got absolutely obliterated by the amp damage adaptive.
Did he have Inkswell on him too? That's dirty.
Yeah, he might have. Soulbind was nice, but 23 shrugs it off. Nice Axe reveal that hit 2 on the Stormhammer.
Back into the game. Sven getting caught here around the tier 2. The Supernova goes off to the side. Yatoro has to focus that, but he may not have the damage fast enough. Oh, he barely gets it, but doesn't matter. They got the Supernova, yes,
blink.
but he's going to be coming back into a potential... Oh, he got the blink away. Waveform's out. They didn't have ice shards to cover it. They couldn't time the LSA perfectly enough.
One does not simply stun Yatoro God. Midas for Q. Okay. I actually kind of like it, to be honest. Because I think this is a game, you know you're not rolling it over at this point. You know? And so you're going to need to pick up the scale here. If you can get to an Ags plus some other item later, you'd be really annoying in the fight.
Yeah.
Can change the dynamic as this game continues to scale. Because this game is going to scale.
I do wonder how... Like, I don't know what other late game items you can really go as Tusk. I just question how good the Ags is when you're doing it against Quap Morphling.
I mean, you could also just go BKB or something. He could... I think the Midas is just going to pay off with the levels here.
Sure. No, I definitely agree. I think this is a good Midas choice.
Radiant.
What other item would he buy? Like, if he goes Vlad's, is that suddenly changing the game?
Yeah, nothing really is going
I
to
don't-
change the state of what's going on.
I
right
guess he
now.
could go 4 staff or something, but... I mean, Midas, greed is good, man. Greed is good. Nobody wants to admit it.
Trying to force out the BKB, but he gets stunned by Collapse. No follow-up, though, from Team Spirit. I thought Yutoro was maybe going to pounce on that one, but he seems pretty low to jump on the Lina.
Went BKB eventually.
Re-smoke up. An attempt to re-go here.
Scan hits. Send the dragons in.
Aurora are pretty split right now. They've got this Tusk farming deep in the enemy jungle.
Don't mind me. Just hitting some creeps over here.
What is this? Why? Like the rest of his team is like huddled together.
He's getting some farm, man.
Q's out there like, I'm gonna go hit some creeps.
That's a big courier snipe. He's trying to finish Daedalus off that in a couple hundred gold. So he's gonna be missing a lot of value here. Battle for the
Baiting
rune.
the 30-minute rune. Once again, trying to get him to use the
found the Elder
BKB.
Titan.
The Sven goes straight for the Elder Titan, gets forced away
What a
by the
wave.
Sonic Wave. Good play by Laurel to save his support. Mira, well, unfortunately
Lotus.
for Mira. Ooh, wait a minute. They have to actually back away from
Stolen
this
hammer.
one. The roll off the Laguna Blade really doesn't do much to the Dragon Knight. Laurel's going for the egg, Laurel is able to get the egg and blink away just in time. While 23 does manage to get that support, but now he has no BKB and he's getting kited around. Yutoro throws the stun back at him. Collapse getting run down by Jabs, though, as well as Lornoff. The right-click double duo
Laurel
here.
lingering.
Lornoff and Jabs. Jabs leaves, Lornoff stays. He pops his BKB, now he TP's out because of the stun in Yutoro. He will get away.
Preserves his life at the end there. What a sick team fight from Laurel, though. Like, so many heads-up play there. That Blink Sonic Wave saves the Elder Titan. Super impactful for those later exchanges where he gets another Spirit off, gets an Earth Splitter off, and then he even almost four-staff saved the DK. Meanwhile, the Quap solo kills the egg as well, and then lives after all of it.
Yeah.
God damn, Laurel.
Popping off there.
And then he gets stuck in trees.
Another round of Tormentors.
Also, stolen Stormhammer from Yutoro. He got a double hammer off the Soulbind, and then he got another one on 23 at the end of that fight.
Oh, did he? I didn't see the first one.
That was mega value. And those are proccing that Conda as well, if he has it off cooldown. That is just insult to injury. Though we did see Lornoff and Jabs carry a lot of the damage for that Aurora squad as 23 just tanked it up, and I mean, they were running people down. This Lina hurts, man.
Yeah, it like took so long to bring down the Sven, but then you have two other right-clicking cores that are eating you up.
He's fast, he hits hard, and he's closing in on that level 25 talent. Big talent for this hero. A lot of extra damage going through. Another smoke from Team Spirit.
Pop's going to go rejoin them.
Smoke.
Smoke on smoke. They're going to run into the same area here. Nobody has the ward on the high ground. Team Spirit will take the area.
They do not want to jump 23. With that snowball stay behind.
Laurel, he shows himself, trying to dodge it. Oh, that was a bold move, and he might have paid for it. Got away on like 10 HP. No way. Mira holding back the Sven. They're going to jump in.
They got the Lina.
Lornoff. Yutoro's going to go for it, but he got the BKB, so he's able to back out. Sonic Wave trying to push away 23 once again. Team Spirit on the retreat, seeing a lot of abilities like God Strength and Razor's Ultimate being used. They call it quits here.
I thought they were going to try and burst that Lina off the sleep, but not even close. Just an exchange of ults and BKBs here as somehow Laurel lives on what must have been under 20 HP.
I mean, that was some balls there to try to get hit by the Gleipnir and go, I'm gonna pop the illusion to dodge the LSA. It didn't work, and he almost paid the price for it.
If he gets crit one more time, he's gone. He was 19 HP. So yeah, ballsy play indeed. And at this point, you're just trying to recover from what is a very confusing situation. But in the meanwhile, you just went into Roche. Aurora just gave it up.
Yeah, I think Aurora said God Strength wasn't going to last long enough, and without their ultimates, they did not feel like they were strong enough to actually do Roshan, so they let Team Spirit have it here.
Teamfight discipline pays off. Cut your losses. Don't give up too much, and you end up getting paid back. Big Roshan. I mean, Yatoro can just man up. Try and force some BKB exchange that favors the team overall over the long run. And maybe find this Lina. This is the first Link I think we've seen.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Lincoln's not going to be able to protect you against the Morphling the way you want it to.
And unfortunately, he also correctly struck him there.
Huh? I don't get what you
Never. That was a subtle flame. It's okay.
On who?
Radiant's top tower is under
He used the right adaptive strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, from yesterday's game.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that one.
I was trying not to be mean, but it was too funny to pass up.
Even when 23's not playing Morphling, he still gets flamed. Jesus.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, Dragon Knight sieging high ground. The coolest mechanic in the game, I gotta say. I gotta give it to Val. This one was a really cool one. Yatoro,
Looking for the freebie.
you had the Dragon Knight to do this. You didn't need to go high ground yourself. He does get out, though. Saves the Aegis.
All right, I have a theory graph for you. We've been seeing a lot of Morphling lately.
Uh-huh.
What happens if in one of these random waking fights, you just buy like a Orb of Venom, and you just randomly right-click him, and then he morphs down to 1 HP?
It doesn't last long enough to like catch him out like
Okay,
that.
but what if you somehow pulled that off?
Radiant
Would you be the greatest Dota player ever?
I guess.
Like, would that go down as, you know, in the echelon of Thompson buys Diffusal, Mana burns Bristleback? Like,
I mean, I'm trying to think of like what's a
Jabs buys Orb of Corrosion.
sneaky
Burns
dot.
out.
like Vessel is like way too obvious.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
you'll
Is there
never
any
catch him like
sneaky
that.
way? Because we see this so much, you know.
Yeah.
I think Sunstrike is like the best example. That's not as cool.
No. Neither is Thunder God's Wrath. So
Maybe they need to buff Orb of Venom, make it last longer.
see, I thought you were gonna say something about like Orb of Corrosion. You know, like the regen factor against Morphling.
There might be something there. We'll come back to that later.
Okay.
For now, 2K gold lead. Very even game still. The Lincoln's pouring in as Lina is getting jacked. Still not level 25. But the high ground defense is formidable here, right? I mean, you're talking about sieging it with DK illusions, but that's about all you can do, it feels like. How else do you break this defense line?
Yeah,
Phoenix, Lina, high ground? Ugh. Yeah, that
I
was
mean,
what
my
collapsed.
thing is always like, what? But why not? You could just keep doing it.
Radiant structures are
You say
fortified.
like that's all they have, but like yeah, it gets the job done.
Does it, though?
Yeah, that Tiger 3 tower's almost dead.
Oh, they're going to smoke out.
Radiant's
Try and get a
middle
flank.
tower
Aegis
is under
expiring
attack.
soon.
Oh, if they could somehow blow up Yatoro here.
Kiss has a minute on
The
it,
Elder
though.
Titan.
Radiant's bottom tower
You don't want
is
to find
under
Yatoro.
attack.
You want to find ET, Grim, Queen. That's what you're looking for. That courier almost gave it away.
Their backstab is in the right spot. They know where he's at. That animation shows them the fun. They blink forward, go for Mira here up on the high ground. Not quite with the run. Now they see Maposhka, but he's forced down
Blink
up to the
broke.
high ground. They couldn't quite get it. Oh no! 23 and deep actually gets to Maposhka because
that worked.
he's chased after Yatoro. Somehow Yatoro led him straight to where he wanted to go.
Don't bring him to me, man.
Wait, Lord, what's going on? Are we leaving or are we staying? Collapse is going back in with the Black Dragon. Sven's already down to half health. Yatoro's trying to kite him back, waiting for that
Queen on
next
the backside.
round. The flag factory while Laurel, yeah, he goes for that back line. Snowball in after the creeps. Laurel's probably going to be able to collect that one while Jabs is left entirely alone. The rest of the team backed away.
Oh, that link.
Aegis will expire here from Yatoro as he gets the kill. Meanwhile, Laurel got that one kill and he managed to TP back. Aurora did not seem to be on the same page there.
That fight was just chaotic as hell, man. They didn't know if they were fighting, retreating. Didn't know what the hell was going on. Laurel just kills Q on the backside.
He's gonna go for it. Breaks through that Lincoln's down to half, and Lena's dead.
Big find there with the chain stun. They might even get the egg, yeah.
Clean up the Supernova, no problem. Aurora have fallen apart now. Picked apart Yatoro in the fountain. What the hell?
What?
Yatoro, you don't have the Aegis, Yatoro. What are you doing? He waveforms away, dodges last bit of damage, but they can keep chasing.
Got no
Without
chill.
God's strength, though, the Sven really isn't that much of a threat.
Was that just an alpha move, or was that necessary at all?
Down a game in the series in Yatoro. Just runs straight into the fountain.
Laurel almost dies as well. Still have a BKB for 23. He's trying to get something done.
And can't get collapsed. He blinks out of the stun, and now he's left in no man's land. Dead again. That is gotta be it. They don't have Alina. They don't have the Sven.
Dude, these spell steals from Yatoro have just been 23's nightmare. He is in the fountain, he is in your head, and he is in your base. And he's taking them all. Putting on a late game show as Team Spirit coming to life in this series. Not only have they killed 23, they have 23 kills. Looking to add to it.
Mega Creeps got. They still have 15 seconds till Lena's back up. 50 for this.
They're going.
There's no reason to back up.
They're going. They're just waiting for Laurel to get some resources.
Laurel having a poke while Yatoro will demolish a tier 4. 5 seconds flat is all it takes. Jumps after him. Oh, Jabs almost dies. Snowball helps him out here. They go for Yatoro, but he still had the BKB to fall back on. Oh, Laguna Blade eaten up by a Lincoln's.
And Scotty coming in. They're just going to go throwing here. You do not have time for Sven to come back. You have to take this fight right now. You do not have the BKB on Jabs. You do not have the refresher for 20 seconds.
Taking it without your carry. Got to get in there now. They're just going to call it GG. And we're going to game 3.